Hi everyone. In the last class, we have seen the concepts of tables, color coding system. Okay, fine. So in today's class, we'll see the concept of frames. Frames. Okay, let me explain the concept with the help of editor so that I can able to show the output so that you can able to understand it clearly. Okay, fine. Let me take the new web page. I'm going to save it. Save it with frames.html. Frames. Okay, guys, fine. So the concept of frames is it is used for to divide the web page into multiple parts. To divide the web page into multiple parts. There, in each part, I can able to load a web page. I can able to load a web page. I'm sorry. Load a web page, or I can able to load a document. Able to load a document. That web page can be a local web page, or it can be an external web page. It can be external page, or it can be a PDF document also. That can be anything. So that is the purpose of frames. Meaning that, guys, try to observe. If I taken a web page, if I taken a web page, this is a kind of web page, right? So this entire thing we can call it as a frame, as we have seen in the concept of Java, in the language of Java. Okay, this entire thing we can call it as a container, where the physical elements, whatever there that you are going to write, it is going to display on the web page. Yes. So if you would like to divide this web page into multiple parts, and I would like to load any kind of web page into that particular part, then I can go for using the concept of frames. Okay, fine. So which tag I am going to use to divide the web page? So guys, frame set is a tag which is used for to divide the web page into multiple parts. To divide the web page into multiple parts, and in each page, if I would like to load a page, then I can go for using the tag called frame tag. So this is used for to load the page, and frame set tag is used for to divide the web page. To divide the web page. Okay, fine. So how we are going to divide this web page? This web page I can able to divide in the form of rows, or in the form of columns, or in the form of combination of rows and columns. So for that we can use rows attribute. We can use rows attribute to divide the web page into rows. If you would like to divide the web page into columns, then I can able to use the attribute called columns attribute. If I would like to have like if I would like to have a combination of both rows and columns, then I have to use these rows and columns at required locations perfectly. Okay, fine. Anyway, I will show. And the important point is whenever you would like to divide a web page into multiple parts with the concept of frame set tag, body tag should not have to write. You should not have to write the body tag. Because frame itself is a container. Frame itself is a container. Why you need to take again once again body? No need. So that is the reason frame set tag should not write inside the body tag. That is one hard and fast rule. Even though you write, it won't execute. Okay, fine. So I have removed the frame body tag. Yes, right. Frame set. Okay, fine. How to divide this page into multiple parts? For example, I would like to divide in the form of rows. Then I have to use the attribute rows attribute. How many rows I need to divide? For example, I need to divide into two rows. One is 30%, Another one is 70%. 30%. Another one is 70%. That's it. If I would like to have 3 rows, then I can go for example, 20, 60%, and once again 20%. So the meaning is I would like to divide my web page into 3 rows. 3 rows. First row is occupying 20% of the web page. Second row is occupying 60% of the web page. Third row is occupying 20% of the web page. Okay, fine. For example, I would like to define the frame border. Then I can go for using attribute frame border equal to, I can define it as yes. Define it as yes. If I don't want, then I can go for no. No. For example, right now what I did is, I have taken a web page. I have divided this web page into 3 parts. This web page into 3 parts. Now, to load a particular document in this particular location or in this particular location, I have to use a tag called frame tag. Frame tag. To divide, I have to use a tag called frame set tag. Frame tag. Okay. First, I would like to divide. I would like to load in the first frame. I would like to load in the first frame. Then I have to write frame tag. Sorry, reloading. In that, which web page or which document I need to load, that we are going to define with the help of source attribute. For example, I would like to load other.html file. I would like to load other.html file in this 20%. This 20%. And in the next 60%, I would like to load index.html file. And in the next 20%, I would like to load once again the same page. Frames.html. Frames.html. Okay, fine. Let me show the output. Observe, guys, it has divided into, okay, fine. Why it has split it? Is there anything that I have made mistake? No, I have taken 3 frames. Okay, fine. Sorry, you will get confused something here. Once again, I am trying to write other.html. This is first row 20%, next row 60%, next row 20%. Okay, fine. So this is a location where I can able to load a particular document. For example, I would like to load our RGKT document. colon www.rgktsklm.ac.in. So the purpose of the concept of frames is to load a particular document in a particular web page at a required location. Let's see. This is a corresponding frame where I can able to load a particular document. So that document can be a local document like a second frame. So or as an external document that can be a third party file as third party frame. For example, here you can observe you are viewing some kind of border. I don't want to view that border. Then I can go for set like frame border equal to no. If I made like that, my borders won't be visible, so that user can't able to scroll, drag these frames. Here you can observe. You can observe something like a scroll bar. If you don't want all these scroll bars, then I can go for an attribute like scrolling equal to no. By default, it is yes. Observe for this 1 minute. So I've written it for first one, right? I will write it for the second one. Why? Because in the first frame there is no data. See, for second frame, the scroll bar is not visible. For third one, it is visible. If you don't want like that for third one also, then I can go for right like this. Okay, so there is no scroll bar for this. Okay, right. For example, I would like to display like in the form of columns. Then I can go for simply columns. So what is the meaning of this one? I need to divide a web page in the form of three columns. First column is 20%, second column is 60%, third column is 20%. Right, I would like to display border. I can go for frame border equal to yes. So that now I can able to scroll it, move these frames. Okay, now, fine. Sometimes what will happen is this frames concept is outdated. At that time, if your browser is not supporting, then I would like to display the corresponding information to the customer or not. Yes. So then I can able to use the tag called no frames tag. In that, on the body section, I would like to display some data. What is the data? Like your browser is not supporting. Then I can go for using the tag called no frames tag. No frame. Yes, our browser is supporting the frames tag, it won't display. But if the browsers which are not supporting the frames tag, then it will display your browser is not supporting. The browser is not supporting. Okay, fine. Guys, you can observe here. Whenever I click here on move to index file, it is going to load which file? Index file. But for example, I would like to load this index file. Whatever the file that I am clicking, that should be open in the third window, third frame. Then what I can do, while explaining the concept of anchor tag, I have defined it. We can able to give the frame name also. For example, this frame name is third. I'm giving. Yes. I will go to the other .html file where I can write like target equal to. You can write like underscore blank underscore self, or you can give it as a frame name, right? So for example, I'm giving it as third. Yes. In fact, whenever you click on this file, the corresponding document will be loaded in the corresponding frame. So why it is loading in this location? Because I have given the frame name as target location. Yes. Observe. Refresh. It will be normal. Where I need to load, I need to load in the third byte. So I am clicking here. It will be loaded. Okay, now fine. For example, I would like to show the combination of all these. For example, I am having a web page. First row is a heading of the website, like my website, and second row is a scrolling information, and third row and fourth row is something like folder information, and the third row is again divided into three columns. In this, three links are there. Whenever I click on the first link, that corresponding information should be generated on the second column. Whenever I click on the second link, that corresponding information should be displayed on the second column. Whenever I click on third link, that corresponding information should be displayed on the third column. This is my requirement, meaning that I would like to divide the web page into a combination of rows and columns. Then what we can do? What is the process that we have to follow? Yes. First of all, what we need to do? So, for example, I'm making like this. So, no frames tag is should be written there, because whenever some browser is not supporting, you have to display the corresponding information. Okay. First, how many rows I need to divide? First, I am going to divide in the form of 4 rows. For example, 20%, 20%, comma. Here I can observe. I can write like star. What's the meaning of this one? It is going to indicate as the remaining part. 20 plus 20 plus 20, 60%. What is the remaining part? 40%. That 40% I can write like this. 40%, or I can make it as star. Okay, now fine. In that first I need to write load the first row. What is the first row? First row something like heading dot html, and second row scrolling dot html, What about third row? If you observe third row is once again a combination of columns. Third row is once again a combination of columns. So for that, what you need to do, you have to use division, right? You have to use division. That is why I'm taking frame set. Frame set columns equal to how many columns I need to divide? I need to divide in such a way that 30%, comma 30%, comma, for example 50%, comma, I'm going to write like star. I'm going to write star. So this frame set is related to which information? This frame set is related to this star. This star. Okay, fine. I would like to complete the last 20%. Frame source equal to footer dot html. Footer dot html. Now, if you come to the concept of the third row, how many columns I have divided? 3 columns I have divided. First, I would like to complete the first column. So to complete the first column, I need to take frame tag. So in that source equal to, I need to provide the links, right? So I am going to take like l.html. Frame source equal to. So what is the next 50%? Next 50%, for example, I am taking like b.html. Next star frame source equal to for example, right, taking like m.html and write.html. Okay, fine. My part is completed. So if you execute this, observe what happened.
First line la rows rayali sir, columns.
Yes, very good. So I made it like rows. Okay. So as per our requirement, I got the output. So this is the first thing is header part. Next one is scrolling part, links part, middle section, and right section, and the footer part. Yes. Why it is getting the some kind of error symbols? Because the corresponding files are not available. Let me complete the every thing quickly. Control S. Control V. HTML. This is what my website. Okay, fine. Control N. Next. Control S. S.html. Guys, can I save with s.html? Yes. So I can able to save a HTML file with an extension HTML also. There is no problem. Note. So to make it scroll, what is the tag you have to use? Marquee tag. Marquee new website. Using of marquee tag. Yes. Control N. Next. Yes. L.html. What is the data that I am going to provide in the L.html file? I need to provide various kind of links, because whenever I click on that particular link, I need to display that link in other frames, right? So I have to display the links. Anchor tag href equal to something login.html. Closing of anchor tag. Register.html. Next. Login register something show.html. Register register. So okay, L file is completed. Control N, Control S, middle page, m dot html, html. Clickable data displayed here. Clickable data displayed here. Clickable data of login and register data displayed here. Login and display data here. Control N, Control S. Or right side, right? R dot html. HTML. What is this part? Show part. Show link displayed here. Show link displayed here. Plus f dot html. Footer part. For example, website designed by CSC. Ampersand copy. I hope you know the meaning of this one. Special characters, right? Copy 2020 hyphen 21. This is a footer. Yes, right? We have completed all the things. We have completed all the pages. Okay, let me have any errors once you load this one. Observe. So this is the thing we can load. So if you would like to have adjustment, you can adjust. Yeah. For example, I would like to make some kind of corrections. Heading, I would like to make it center. And also it will be like a H1 tag. Like H1. PG color equal to orange. PG color equal to orange. Start HTML. Simply no color, no need of anything. No, pure white and login.html, all these pure white. Footer.html, I would like to have bg color equal to green. Bg color equal to green. It will look like this. This structure. Okay, fine. Whenever I click on login, it has display where it is going to load in the corresponding location, right? See, the corresponding files are not available. Open l.html, login.html I need to create. Control N, Control S, login.html. HTML. Login page loaded. Control N, Control S, register dot. One minute, there is a mistake. Registration. Control C, Control N, Control S, registration.html, HTML, registration page, registration page, Control N, Control S. What is the last page? Sorry. Show.html. So HTML file click. HTML file click. Observe guys, now try to observe. So I can make it also to the center. One. The center. Okay, when I clicked here login, what happened? Login page loaded. But where I need to load? I need to load in the second frame. I need to load in this clickable data of login and register page. So for that, what you need to do? For example, I'm going to the frames.html. I'm going to give some names to this one. Name equal to m for this frame, and I'm going to give some name equal to r for this frame. So why I need to give? Because whenever I click on some link, that has to be loaded in this m frame, and some has to load in the r frame. So that is why they have the name of the frames. So I will go for those l.html file. I'm going to set the targets. What are the targets? Target equal to, I will give the name as m. Here also target equal to m. Target equal to m. Because those two has to stay on the m frame. Here target equal to r I have given. Because show.html file need to open in the r frame. Now observe. Login page loaded. Register, registration page is loaded. Show HTML file, click. Right. So this is the concept of frames. So the main advantage is it is going to divide the web page into multiple parts, where in each page I can able to load the required one. For example, I'm going to define frame border equal to no. Okay. So instead of this one, what I can do is in m.html file, I can load some image source equal to what I can do is load something. a.png. Image source equal to a.png. I can able to set width equal to 400, height equal to 400. It is going to come like this. I'm going to scroll up. So what is it getting? You need to decrease the height. I'm taking it as 250, and width also. Right? Yes. Now I will change some modification. What I will do is I'm going to remove this complete thing. What I did, I have taken only 3 frames, 3 rows. Now I have loaded some information. I hope you understood this. Now I need to set this to the center. So if you wish to center, this is the problem of frames concept. So page, this is m.html. Yes. Then equal to center. Let me show where it is loaded. Is it getting? No. But if you open 1 minute. But if you open that m.html, the file is aligned to the center. That is a problem of frames concept. So the concept of frames is it is not flexible for us to set wherever you require. Okay. For that, what we can do is we'll go for the concept of iframes. Next concept is iframes. So iframe is a predefined tag which is also meant for to load the web pages, and it also meant for to divide the web page into multiple parts. But thing is, here we no need to use any kind of body tag. I mean, I would like to conclude clearly. So I hope you understood the problem of frames. So now now I'm going to discuss the next concept, iframes. Iframes means we can call it as inline frames. Inline frames. So inline frames are also meant for to divide the web page into multiple parts, where in each part I can able to load a web page document. I can able to load a web page document. But the thing is, you can use the body tag here. You can use the body tag here, so that if I'm going to use body tag, I can able to load any kind of element in my body of the web page. Whereas coming to the concept of frames, I have to write only this particular thing. I have to write only this particular thing. If I would like to write something, that has to be written in any one of the HTML file. That's it. In one of the HTML file. I can't able to write in this here itself. I can't able to write it here itself. That is the problem of this frames. But whereas coming to iframes, I can able to write all HTML elements along with iframes concept. So iframe is a kind of tag which is used for to load a web page. For example, I would like to load other.html file. Yes, it has loaded. Observe. It has loaded in a particular box. If I click here, what will happen? That particular will be loaded. For example, one thing I have written. What happened? It is combined side by side. It is combined side by side means that is the meaning of inline, right? So there are two types of elements. One is inline elements, black level elements. Black level elements are always going to start from next line first location. Whereas coming to inline, which is always going to start from the present location. Okay, fine. For example, I would like to get this kind of requirement. So what I can do is, so through this iframe tag, I can able to define, like for example, I have defined like h.html. For example, I can able to set this width of this window. For example, I would like to set the height equal to, for example, 100. Height equal to 100. Its size is decreased, and I would like to set its width. I would like to set its width as 100% of the page. Okay, fine. Next, I need to divide. I need to load one more web page. So for that, I am going to take iframe. For example, I would like to load links. Yes. So for links, what I need, which is available in l.html. Observe. Login, register, show. But thing is, I would like to have set some adjustment, right? Yes. Height equal to some 400. Equal to, for example, 200. So I have given the color as pure white only. There also. Yes. Now I need to divide. I need to load one more web page. Iframe source equal to, for example, center one, that is m.html. For this also, I can able to set height equal to 400, equal to something like 700. The thing which is loading everywhere. So it is occupying from, if this line is completed, then the next thing will be moved to the next row. It is loading. For example, iframe source equal to, next right side I need to complete. So write.html file. I would like to set height equal to 400. width equal to, once again, it can be like a 200. Let me check. Getting like, this is not completely filling. Let me take 800. It is almost full, right? It's going far away. Time being, I'm just adjusting. Yes, 810. For more clarity, I'm setting yes, it has something like this. Now I would like to have a footer iframe source equal to f dot html something height equal to 100, equal to some 100% of the web page. As I have made the same kind of concept with the help of iframes also, but the difference is I can able to use this iframe tag wherever necessary. For example, make it clear. I don't want to use this iframes concept here. I don't want to use iframes. Instead of that, if 1 minute, I am saving and I am loading, what will happen of the, it is moving. Yes. Instead of that, without using the concept of iframes or frames, I need to display here, there, my website. Then what I can do, I can go for using the h1 tag. I can make it align to the center. My website. My website. Am I get or not? Yes. I would like to apply some kind of background colors here, so that it will be look good. So, for example, I would like to make use of span tag. Guys, observe, span tag is a kind of tag which is meant for to apply inline styles to our web page. Make it remember, that's it. So what do you mean inline styles? I will explain later. For example, I can use an attribute called styles attribute, which you know already. Style attribute. Style equal to, for example, I would like to apply background color equal to orange. Background color equal to orange. Let me have like this. Yes, am I getting it or not? Yes. So meaning that I can able to use other elements wherever necessary. For example, I would like to use. I would like to load this this framing concept at some particular location like tables. For example, observe here TD part. Instead of one, I need to load this web page. So, for example, let me open this index file. Where is this index? Observe, guys. If I go for the table part, there I have got some information whichever the frame I want to load. That is the advantage of iframes. Whereas coming to the frames, it is not possible to write that kind of structure. You should not have to write this inside the body. As you are not going to use the body tag, you can't able to use other HTML elements wherever you are using the concept of frame set tags. So that is the drawback of frame set. That is why we are moving for body tag. Yes, and all the advantages, whatever the advantages are there in frame set tag, those are all you will get here. For example, you will get question, right? Whenever I click login, that should be loaded in this particular frame. this particular Ashok Chakra frame. For example, so that I will give some name. For example, I'm going to give name equal to yeah. Here I'm going to give name equal to R. Name equal to R. So I have already made the corresponding things, right? L.html, login.html, M and M and R. Now it will work finally. Click on login, login page loaded. Click on register, registration page loaded. Show HTML file is clicked. Okay, so this is the advantage of iframes concept. Okay, fine. Next concept, div tag. Div tag. I made the website as empty. So this div tag is meant for the same thing, to divide a web page into multiple parts, to divide or make it as sections of a HTML document. So div means something like division of a HTML document into multiple parts, or we can simply say that we need to make an n number of sections of a particular web page. That is where we'll use the concept of div tag. For example, the div tag, it will look like the structure like this. So it is a paired tag, so meaning that it is having an open tag as well as closed tag. Okay, Namma? Fine. So the general thing is this div tag is meant for to write the content on the web page, but not to load a particular document. Whereas coming to the previous ones, the previous things, frame as well as iframe, both are meant for to load documents, to divide the web page and to load documents. Okay, and this frame tag we can't able to use body tag. That is the reason I can't able to write all other HTML elements. Whereas coming to iframe tag, because of writing body tag, I can able to use or I can able to write all other HTML elements. Whereas coming to division tag, now to the concept of division tag, the advantage is I can able to use this division tag inside the body. I can able to use or I can able to write all the HTML elements, but I can't load the documents. But I can write any document whichever you want. Okay. So simply I can say that these are used for simply we can say that these are used for to group all the HTML elements. What are the HTML elements that you require? Those elements, if you would like to group and you would like to apply some kind of styles to all those at a time, then I can go for division tag. So this division tag is a kind of block level element. I hope you know the meaning of block level, meaning that it is going to start from the next row for every day. Okay, fine. For example, I would like to write my website. I would like to implement the same thing, the same way that we have divided. The same thing I need to apply with the concept of division tag. My website. Observe, I am loading. You will get the output like this. My website. I would like to make it H1 tag. I would like to make it center. Enter H1. Yes. Okay, fine. For example, I would like to apply some kind of background color. Then I can use the style attribute, right? style equal to background color. Background color equal to, for example, orange. The same thing. Background color equal to orange. Observe now what you will get. By default, the black elements are going to take the 100% of the screen. Next time, if I use one more division, it is going to start from which location? It is going to start from the next row. For example, I am taking, for our understanding, I am taking as red. By default, it is going to start from the next row. That is the meaning of block level elements. So if you wish to set this width of the division, I can able to set by making like width equal to 500 pixel. What happened here? Yes. So that width I need to define like this, right? So in style inside. What happened? Any mistake anywhere? Equal to 500 pixel. So this is a kind of division. What about this remaining part? Is the remaining part is nil? Try to observe. I will go for defining one more time. I don't want to take this one. I would like to take it as red. It's going to start from the next line because it is a kind of block level element. Guys, make it sure that I have already explained the attribute of style attribute. The syntax of style attribute is meant for to apply various kind of styles to the HTML elements. So whereas I'm writing the style attribute here, whatever the styles that I'm trying to write the properties, those are all the properties are going to apply to the elements which are available inside the division tag. That is why I'm saying that to group all the HTML elements and to apply the styles. That is the meaning of that. For example, I would like to make set height equal to 100 pixel. Observe, it will vary. Height equal to 100 pixel. So I require my width as 100%, right? So I can make it as 100%. And one more thing is, so inside the style attribute, I need to write the property name, colon followed by its corresponding value. And between every properties, I need to make it with separate with the semicolon. Actually, this concept you will get while discussing the concept of inline styles. For the time being, to make it clear for you to understand, I am making use of this style attribute here. Okay, fine. For example, I would like to apply some kind of border for that. Then I can go for using border attribute. Border. I would like to get that border as 1 pixel. 1 pixel. Is it visible? No. So for example, I would like to make it solid border followed by some kind of black color. Okay. Observe. We got black color or not? Yes. So that is the way we can use. I would like to make the left side part. So the left side part is what? The left side is something like, for example, left pane. So whose width is something around like 250 pixel, and height is 400 pixel. Let us try them. I don't want like. Let us try. I don't want. Yes. This is a left pane where I can go for writing all the links. For example, I can go for l.html. I can copy all this and I can write. That's it. If you want to get all this in the new line, you can go for. You can go for that. Like this you can use. So you can have your own adjustments. But my main concentration here is division tag is meant for to divide the page, and you can write your own content on that particular division. So the most useful tag in our entire HTML is division tag. So that once you make division and you can apply your own styles on this division tag. So for example, I need to get the background color as nothing. So that's nothing. Okay, fine. Next, I need to get one more division. Get one more division where I need to have a right panel, and right panel. Will we get to the right panel? No, it is going to get the bottom because it's a block level element. So to make it align to the right side, I can use one more attribute of the CSS, that is float equal to right. It's going to align to the right side. I would like to make it clear for you. Here I would like to make it align float equal to left side. Now you will get the data like this. Yes. Now I would like to take once again one more thing. Float equal to center. Now once you get the coding part, I mean clear the concept of concept, you will get automatically the clearly. Instead of taking center, I will take it left, so that let me do just this one. So now I will increase my width. 600, okay. Yes, 600, okay. 600. Oh. Let me take 800 also, okay. It is modifying once again. 270. It's not flexible. Okay, so like that you can use more. For example, here you can write anything, whatever the data that you want to do. For example, I would like to insert an image source equal to a.png. I can load a image. What happens? So its height and width I need to set. Height equal to. So what is the height? I can able to set it as 400 pixel. Width I can able to set it as once again 400 pixel. Able to use align to the center. Align equal to center. It is not floating. Okay, if any properties are not applying here, we can able to do it with the help of CSS concept somewhere. Okay, fine. I will remove this entire thing. It will look like the center, right? Yes. No, so my thing is we can do it anything. We can do anything with the help of division tag. Division. I am taking one more thing. For example, I would like to have a footer section. Have a footer section. Where is footer? Have a footer section. Where in this one? I need to take any float because it will automatically come to the next line. So whose width is 100%. What about the height? Height I will take it for the first one so that it will look height is 100 pixel. Background color is let me take green color. it is applying those rules. Once it's getting here, but the thing is not floating some. Let me adjust with by writing float attribute so that it will look good. Yes. So don't worry. Once you know the concept of CSS, you will get it clearly. Okay, fine. So like this, we can use the division tag. So for example, I'm going to remove the border section of everything so that it will be. It looked like a simple flag. I don't want all this data also. Yes. Beautiful. Yes, like this we can use the division tag. Okay, now simply we can able to divide wherever you require, and we can do whatever we need. That's it. That is the advantage of division tag. Okay, fine. So meaning that, so the main difference between the concept of frames as well as division tag is, division tag is meant for to not to load the document, but I can able to write our own HTML tags and we can do whatever we want. Whereas coming to the concept of frames are specifically meant for to load a particular document and to divide the web page into multiple parts. That's it. Okay.